Hello and welcome to another adventure of Rita Beef and the Knights of the Old Republic. Today we will be diving deep into the world of intergalactic crime investigation. So we have a Sith prisoner here that needs to be interrogated.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner.
Yes.
I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking.
Apparently
But
he
it
was
seems
very
the Sith
fascinating.
have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet.
You sound slimy. I should have expected that from a Republic intelligence officer. What was he actually doing out there that you think he is a spy?
We're not sure exactly. If you can convince him to talk, we should be able to find that all out.
And what did they, well, let's interrogate him then.
Well, the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from forced persuasion. We have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also see some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while.
Why, eh? Is that all we have to work with?
What we have here is your standard issue truth serum.
Yeah,
It should
truth
make him
serum.
spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch.
Like the hacking viruses that you can apply on droids, only on organics. And what's the catch then?
Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback.
I detect a pattern here. I'm very good at detecting patterns. As was Rhea Maven, apparently.
It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, he may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then?
Sounds very good for an organic brain. Very good indeed. I think HK is very eager to start. Look at him, twitching his head around. Jody doesn't seem too interested. Alright, let's begin.
Hey you, wake up. Someone wants to talk to you.
Hello there! Let us ask some questions first without...
What do you want?
Now the cage is on. Oh, relax, we're not here to threaten you. Let's be friendly to start off with.
You're not. You lies. You work for the Republic.
Apparently you can't use the force on this guy. Conditioning and all that. If you talk, we can make it worth your while. Rhea was a greedy woman, so she figured the other Sith would be just as greedy.
Ha! Worth my while. The Sith don't pay very well, but they'd kill me.
Still, we have discovered that they don't pay very well. Well, that's convincing for Rhea not to work for the Sith then. And well, right now we'll be the only ones who can take you now.
The Sith will never trust you again, spy. We're the only place you have left. Tell us what we want to know.
Never. I am Sith. I will never betray them. Your Republic is weak, and will soon fall at any rate.
Sure. Well, we don't want to hurt you, but we will.
Please. Please don't hurt me.
Ha! And he thinks he's tough.
What do you want?
Let us, about your companion
What?
then.
What companion?
Well, we don't really need you. Your companion will tell us all we know anyway.
The gutless Sith worm is already starting to crack. We'll have what we need within hours.
He wouldn't talk. Or has he already?
Well, we raise a he now. Perhaps we could give you back to the Sith, but we keep
Of
him.
course, they would never believe we let you go so easily, but they would all too happily believe you betrayed them.
No, never.
Damn! He blanked out.
What? I did not even put a truth serum in him! What kind of crazy nonsense is this? Yeah, inject him with neutralizing, so let's start over. Okay, fine. Let's
You're
try.
not.
The Sith will never
But they wouldn't.
Oh, he seems more... No, we can make it worth your while once again.
Worth my while. The Sith don't pay very well, but they'd kill me.
And what about if we hurt you a little bit?
Please. Please don't hurt me. What do you want?
I think he's starting to crack.
What companion?
Ah, well, we can just dump you. We don't need you.
Gutless Sith worm is already stuck.
No.
Damn! He blanked out.
What? What nonsense is this? This man is as strange as a poorly programmed droid.
What?
Okay,
You're not.
let's try
The
me
Sith will
then.
never...
But they... Ha. Please. What?
Right.
What?
The gutless... Damn! Giving up so soon?
Well, yes, because this man is strange. It doesn't work. Let's try the computerized method.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh,
Yes.
Good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here.
No,
we
I'd
got
like
the box
to
of
say
pass
this.
cards
I
we got from
only
the
need
Sith,
them.
but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns.
What kind of holes? If there's a hole, you're supposed to fill it.
The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2
sure.
matrices seem to be much more difficult. Well, the second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Good. I'm afraid I'm not really programmed for such calculations, but we'll give it a try. Let's slice the systems, actually. Oh, well. The submarine bay door. Ooh, restrictive data archives. Let's get in there. The summary instance, that's interesting. The computer screen switches to a fish. A beautiful young woman enters the room, followed by a much older man. Ah, so the Republic has been peeping on this situation. As she walks farther into the room, he softly closes the door, pulls a blaster, and shoots her in the back. Well, that makes it pretty obvious. Must be some quote secret recording of suddenly murdering Alyssa. Yes, that seems obvious. Well, I guess that makes the criminal investigation kind of moot now. So we should probably make the motions, as it were. Right, descript the Sith passcard. Right, terminal sequence 1, 2, 4, 7, and 16. So this is 3, and 3 plus 1 is. My guessing software says 19. Yeah. Is that correct? Oh, that was correct apparently. Subtractive matrix. Right. This is 3 and 2 and 1 and 0. And I guess 18 then. Seems logical here. It kind of goes up and down. I think that was alright. Multiplicative matrix. Yeah, these are just bits. Now that's an easy one then. 64. Divisive matrix. Okay. Now this is just a reversing. I can figure this out. 2. Exponential matrix. Oh dear. So this gives an exponential thing. 6. I'm not sure I'm doing this alright. I think it's just terminating every time I give any kind of answer. Logarithmic matrix. Then look, all my calculations are for targeting trajectories, not this type of calculation. 28 is 6. Yes. Alright, no, I'm not doing this. Screw it! I'm just gonna kill people! That's more real matrix style anyway. At least we got that summary evidence. Maybe we could actually talk with some people about it.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our...
No.
Time is a critical factor.
Oh, shut up. What about the
You're back.
intelligence officer?
Do you want to...
Alright, let's give it one more go.
Let's get it started then.
Right.
Or
I wonder if we should maybe just put more of the truck in him.
you're not.
The Sith will never...
Never. I am Sith. I will...
Yeah, now he is stronger willed.
There's nothing you can do to... Or
Well, maybe now he won't black out about his companion.
Gutless.
he wouldn't come. Nothing.
Of course, they would never believe we let you...
All right. All right.
Oh, now he's
Tell you
sending
what you want
bricks.
to know.
What's the passcode to the Sith base?
These mechanics are nuts.
It's
Properly
Zeta
calculated.
245698 Alpha. Just no more.
Good. With this pass, you should be able to get into the Sith base without trouble. Just don't delay too long, or they might learn that he's been captured.
Excellent! Now we won't have to murder people to get into the Sith base. Of course, we maybe will murder people to get into the base, but that's more of a sporting thing. Now let's do these explicit rounds of investigation into this Sunry criminal, as we now have obviously photographic evidence that he shot the Sith woman in the back. Typical Republic cowardice. Hello, Ignis.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well,
Yes.
the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Yes, you have to. What did you say on the night of the murder?
The
Ignis?
Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Are you actually sure
Yeah,
of
I'm
this?
pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off.
Could it have gone off after he
No,
left?
I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
Who had a witness in the hotel
There
then?
were only two other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a roadie
Video
named
evidence
Blue
is
Four.
kind of...
Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally, I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many
Sure you
people
are.
here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Feareth Me. He's a
That's why you
Bazak
don't have a
player.
chair behind
Probably
your
an
feet.
addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
You don't seem a very friendly hotel keeper. I would think you'd be more happy with guests in your line of work. What else do you know anything about Sunrise?
Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Ah, organic reproduction between an old man and a young woman. Oh, how scandalous! It's,
Well, okay.
nothing
If you
more
need
to
anything
say, I
else,
guess.
I'm gonna be right here.
Nope, we probably don't need anything else. I suppose a few questions and the other witnesses would be okay. Have you seen things cleaning droid? No? Yeah.
You with the cell, Kath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn
Yes.
fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
I don't think you should call them damn fish to their faces. That probably is going to get you into trouble, yeah? What did you see the night of the
I was in my
murder?
room, minding my own business with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the
That's
listings
what
for the big
everyone
tournament that's
says.
going to be held here soon, when I heard a blaster shot. Being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw KotOR in the hall by Elas's room, and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty.
And what do you know about Sunry and
Sunry,
Elasa?
I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Elas's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics, usually.
Wow. You mean they were having intercourse with
I'm not saying
Elasa?
anything like that. What they did in that room, in private, is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think your
Well.
Sith Master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Wait, the Sith Master knew?
Oh, well, Elasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Coward. You know what you want to tell me.
No, I think I could trust you. Heck, I don't
Yes.
even know why I shouldn't tell you. Well, one time, I saw Elasa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her
Sure,
cloak fell open.
you're just a
I don't have any
homo.
qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elasa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
Well, Sunry killed a full-fledged Dark Jedi.
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Aha! Well, apparently our friends learned something of this. But by Rufus' interrogation techniques. But still, shooting a Jedi in the back, or a Dark Jedi, or a Sith, excellent strategy. I'm kind of impressed with Sunry if he wasn't a very dirty, cowardly man.
Chiki kun selkat, chona
Hello,
mura
KotOR.
on KotOR kinba no kun nek lorcha.
Yes, do you have to repeat your name like that? Yeah, simple-minded organics. No, we're not going to... He doesn't know anything. He barely knows his own name. Let's just question about the murder of Elasa.
Wanaji selkat agi inko tune KotOR mulira, chuna mulira, tonk KotOR
Yes. I'm sure you told him. Why were you at the hotel
KotOR
then?
kun chiwi ita, bola un chikne mulira KotOR kon muli slimo pui wanga kun vis KotOR
Okay,
kinpa
Paul.
chalora kun KotOR chi ita kanki chana kilikon. KotOR
So
nimo
you didn't see him,
chimaka
huh?
witun nage tong abag sun sham u KotOR
And you saw Sunny running away.
wamaji selkat
What about Elasa's
Chage
room?
borang turang KotOR wangki yuma bat malyaw no wish Glooper no una punkpa, mulira con
Okay, so you're saying no one paid you to go in there? That makes you believe that you are paid to get in there. You want to tell me who paid you to go into the room?
wapa chingo, shangwi chama ucha, wish uyong kung. Glooper tong itwamachi. Glooper tong.
Ah! So you planted that evidence.
Pisa, yun patisa. Glooper chiwi aita ka chong chicha.
Alrighty then. I think we have all we need in this case.
Acknowledgement.
HK, can you maybe open this door? Alright, yeah, please let HK pass.
And you need?
Master?
Yes. We all need a master.
Affirmative. Successful entry.
A little too easy. This is totally not tampering evidence, by the way. I'm not entirely sure this is Ilasa's room. Can we open the other one? Yes, I guess that would be the one. Okay, well, seems the case is simple. Let us head back to the prison and then head to court.
What?
Oh, there's actually a mysterious man there.
Jedi, I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not?
Yes, I am.
This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
Actually, it's pretty obvious. What
This
do you
murder
mean?
is much more complicated than it may first appear. The
No,
Sunry
it
and
isn't.
Ilasa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
We can also just see it by the camera footage we stole from the Republic Embassy.
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
Yeah, well, we could look in the Sith Embassy, I suppose.
Because you
Why
have
should
no one
I
else
be?
to trust. Not Sunry, not the witnesses, and certainly not the judges. And if you take my advice, what have you to lose? Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Well, I suppose we aren't going to be rushing to Sunry's part, no. Let's first go rushing towards the, what was it? The Sith hangar bay, yes, to do some killing. Yes, Ria really needs to do some killing. Alright then, in we go. Expecting a very, yeah. Well, they don't even talk to us, they just start killing. Alright. I'm all fine with that. Activating energy shields. Well, let's stop this. Aha! You thought he could run, that's cute. Now who's next? This guy! Elite! That's funny! Oh man, let's settle my madness a bit. Now, we will be very clever, and instead of going this way, we will actually be going through the front gate now. The Sith will all be busy investigating this little intrusion, and won't know that we are going through the front door. This is a brilliant plan, and you'll see it unfold in the next episode of Ria Maven and the Knights of the Old Republic.